Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Allavie Show. I am your host, Allavie, and today we are going to go over your first vocal lesson. If you have never done vocal warm-ups before or ever trained your voice, you're exactly in the right place. Maybe you think you don't have a good voice, or maybe you think you just can't sing. But I am here to tell you, if you train and you do it even just a couple times a week, you will absolutely improve the sound and the texture and the tone of your voice. So the first thing I want you to grab is a nice big glass of water and maybe a little notepad for some notes. And you can pause here if you'd like to do that now. Okay, wonderful. Now that you have your water and your journal, I just want to go over some basic fundamentals before we start to warm up the voice. One thing is that hydration is key. Hydration and breath are really the base of your voice. If you're not getting enough water, it doesn't matter how great you can sing. It's not going to sound amazing because guess what? You aren't hydrated. And then of course there is sleep. And sleep you want to get between 7 to 8 hours a night. And then absolutely remember that your breath is the foundation of your voice. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to do is just a quick little stretch warm up. You always want to start any of your vocal exercises and warm ups with a nice stretch. So we're going to inhale, raise the arms up above the head, and exhale over to one side. Now, this doesn't have to be too deep, but you want to make sure you feel a nice stretch. Inhale back to center. Exhale over to the other side. And do this 2 more times. Inhaling as you come up. Exhaling as you go over to the other side. Coming back to center, exhale, bring the arms down and inhale, roll the shoulders back, shake out the hips a little bit. You don't want to be too stiff. Tension, stress, stiffness is nowhere we want to be when we're singing. It wants to feel loose. The body wants to feel loose, easy, relaxed, but also strong, right? All right, inhale, roll the shoulders back a couple times and forward. And we don't want to lock out our knees either. So make sure you have a little bend in your knees here. Then exhale, bring the chin to chest. And then inhale the right ear towards the right shoulder. Exhale, chin to chest. Left ear to the left shoulder. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And then just kind of shake out the body, shake out the hips, shake out the shoulders, shake out the hands. Woo! And then before we start, let's do a couple easy breathwork exercises. One, we're going to inhale through the nose, exhale, open up our eyes, our mouth, our tongue, and really stick that out. So inhale. And make sure that the tongue comes out because a lot of tension can be stuck in our tongue and we don't even know it. Inhale. This is called the lion's breath. 2 more times. One more. Beautiful. And then the next breath work we're going to do is called the 360 or balloon breathing. I'm going to come to my side so you can see when I inhale, my back and my chest and my belly expands. And when I exhale, it gets smaller. I'm going to do that a few more times. Come along with me. The trick is to breathe deeply into the belly here. One more time. Beautiful. Now coming back to center, close your eyes for a minute here. And this is a really great practice to do too, is to start at the bottom of your feet and make sure that you're in a really nice posture. So posture is extremely important when we sing. If we're all in a weird, posture in a creepy movement, depending on maybe you're doing a musical theater show. Maybe you are doing something interesting on stage. That we'll cross that bridge when we get there. But at the beginning, especially when we're warming up, we want to make sure that our feet are nice and planted on the ground. You feel nice and grounded. You can kind of rock forward and back on your feet and even side to side and find that really amazing place where you're going to feel nice and solid and strong. Next, feel your knees. Again, make sure they're a little bit bent. Coming up to the hips, we kind of want to tuck our pelvis a little bit and stand up a little bit straighter. We don't want that little duck butt. That's going to affect our breathing and our core as well. And so we tuck just slightly here. We want to make sure this whole thoracic cavity, your whole chest cavity is nice and relaxed. Relax the arms. And again, coming up all the way to the head, this is extremely important. All of the tension in the body actually starts right here, right where your skull meets your neck. It's the atlas and axis. It's the very beginning of your spinal cord and your vertebrae. And if you're tense there, you're going to be tense in your body. So actually, a lot of times when I'm warming up and singing, I kind of bobble my head like this, and it makes actually a big difference because I can be like, oh, I'm okay. I'm not tense. Or maybe, oh shoot, I am a little tense. Let me come back to my easy, breezy, beautiful body posture. Okay. So what we're going to do, I got to move my mic over a little bit here. What we're going to do is start on a speaking pitch, and we're just going to hum. So we'll start here. And before we vocalize, you can either breathe through your nose or through your mouth. We want to take a deep belly breath and begin to hum again. No forcing. Make this very easy, and it doesn't have to be very loud. It can be pretty quiet, especially at the beginning. We're just going to keep on this pitch a couple more times. I'm going to play it again so you can do it on your own. Wonderful. Now we're going to pitch it up a little bit. Again, remember your body is easy. You have that nice big deep breath. If you feel like you need a sip of water, take a sip of water. Actually, let's take a sip of water together right now. Or if you're drinking tea, like me. Beautiful. Now to the next pitch, it's a little bit higher. You need more air when you go up in pitch. The higher you go, the more air that you need. So make sure you take that deep breath. Making sure your knees are nice and bent. One more time here. Beautiful job, everybody. All right, here's the next one. One more time. Wonderful. Going up in pitch again. Relaxing the body. We just have one more. This might be getting a little high depending on what your range is. If it is, don't worry about it. You don't have to do it. If you want to try a little challenge, just make sure you take a deep breath beforehand. Nice and deep breath. One more time. I wanted you to get really comfortable with each of those notes, each of those pitches. Now, as we descend, we are going to just descend on each pitch instead of keeping on each one like we did at the beginning. So we'll just do this. Wonderful job. So proud of you. Now that we have done some of the humming with the piano, I really like to do slides and sirens as well. So this is something you can do anytime, anywhere. You don't have to have the piano with this one. This is just simply doing slides. So what we're going to do is make sure that our body is nice and comfortable, and then we're going to go We're going to descend our beautiful vocal range and our pitch. You can start to go up a little bit more. When we do that, kind of going up and down very quickly, those are called sirens. And you can also do the up and down and up and down, and I'll demonstrate that right now. And you can start lower so you can get lower into your register. So good. It gets kind of groggly and grovelly down there. That's totally okay. And as well, if you are having any clicks or cracks or flips, that is completely normal. Don't worry about that, especially when you're just starting your warm-up, or if this is your very first vocal lesson. This is totally fine. We really just want to focus on how we're feeling. If it's feeling good, it's going to sound good, even if it might take some time. So if you're feeling bad, if there's any pain or any discomfort, especially like sharp pain, please stop right away. We don't want to ever force or kind of what's the word I'm looking for? Ignore any of our pain. That's not a good idea. All right. Now we are going to do the lip trill. If you need a little bit of assistance with this, you can go with your fingers. So we'll start on this kind of middle range pitch now. Wonderful work. You don't have to use your fingers. It's just a nice trick if you're having issues kind of coordinating your lips. Next one. One more time. I started to speed up a little bit. I'm sorry about that. We want to make sure, especially at the beginning, everything is low and slow. Beautiful done. Beautifully done. Oh, beautiful. Oh, excuse me. You might have to yawn, or remember if your body's starting to feel tight or anything, stretch in between these vocal warm-ups as well. Now we're going to descend. We'll start back on this pitch. Great job. All right, now we're going to move on to vowels. And this is the last vocal warm-up we do. I don't want to overwhelm you with too much, especially on your very first lesson, or if you're just getting back into singing. But we are going to get into our vowels. So here I want you to sing ma. So it goes ma, 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 ma. Ma, 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 ma. Ma, 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 ma. Ma, 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 ma. Ma, 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 ma. Ma, 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 ma. Ma, 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 ma. Ma, 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 ma. Ma, 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 ma. Ma, 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 ma. Ma, 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 ma. Ma, 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 ma. Ma, 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 ma. Ma, 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 ma. Ma, 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 ma. Ma, 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 ma. Ma, 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 ma. Ma, 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 ma. Amazing job, everybody. Oh my gosh, I'm so proud of you. Now, all this stuff is good and great and completely necessary to increase our technique, strengthen our vocal folds, and make sure that we're singing with power and we're warming up. It's just like if you see somebody in the Olympics and they're going for a sprint, they're not doing it on a cold voice, we call it, or a cold body, right? We want to warm up the voice, warm up the body. And always remember, you got to believe in yourself. Believe in yourself, and confidence comes from preparation. So the more you prepare, the more confident you will be. And I'm just so excited for you to start to sing the way that you really dream to sing, like a professional singer. You can do that. I know you can. All it takes is time and practice and dedication and the belief that you can, and the belief that you already are, that you're already an amazing singer. So with that, I want to invite you to my 4-day coaching experience. It's called Sing with Confidence Challenge. I'm going to be doing vocal warm-ups and a whole bunch of mindset tools that will get you into a space where you are going to bust through those fears and self-doubt and thinking you can't be the amazing singer that you are, because you are. You are an amazing singer, and even if you don't think that you are now, I promise you by the end of those 4 days, you're going to be so excited and so surprised at how much you will grow. So click the link below, the singwithconfidencechallenge.com, and come to the challenge that is coming up next month. I'm super excited about it, and I will see you in there. I'm so proud of you today. Write down any notes that you felt. It's really great to keep a practice log because every day our voice can feel a little different. Sometimes we feel strong, sometimes maybe not that strong, but it's so, so good to keep track of it all. And I will see you next week. I'm so proud of you. You did such a great job today.